We're taping!
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Dead on Dave. Welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday, which means now from a Friday top 5 is switched to Saturdays because of SmackDown's change. So it is Saturday top 5s, and I am joined with a very special guest to kick off this inaugural event here on Saturday. The one, the only, the abtastic, the super motivated, highly dedicated, ab-crunching machine, that god among men, the human Adonis, the workout machine, Jeff Huffman. How was that for an intro? What's going on, buddy?
That was absolutely phenomenal. I love it. And I got to ask you, how's Will doing?
Oh, Will's good. Will's my cousin.
He got a little upset. You know, Dan was talking bad about saying Sheamus would beat John Cena.
Yeah, Will didn't take very well to that. For those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, my identical cousin, Will, got a hold of my recording equipment, and he did a video with Joe Cronin's identical cousin, Danny, and they did a video called On the Mat, I believe it was called, with Dan and Will.
I believe so.
And they talked about John Cena, and then Dan brought up Sheamus, and Will is kind of a John Cena fanatic, and when Dan pushed him,
to say the least,
Will kind of lost his shit, and he almost broke all my stuff, and he kind of took off his shirt, which, of course, I would never do. So you don't have to worry about that. Even though I look like Will, I am not, and this shirt will be staying on, and Will might be dead. I don't know. We'll see.
He may have had an aneurysm. We don't know.
Will's back in the closet. I put him in the basement, and I feed him a bucket of chicken necks every 2 days.
There you go.
Yeah, that's why he's so fucked up.
He's good.
Yeah.
How
are you doing?
No, I'm good. I'm good. St. Louis weather is fucked up. It was in the teens 3 days ago, and the high today is supposed to be 60. So,
yeah. Global warming. We're all gonna friggin' die. I'm telling you, it's coming.
Yeah.
Should have listened to Al Gore.
Not in our lifetime.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully, they have to deal. Our kids are gonna deal with it for us. That's right. So we got a special top 5 today, man. I know you're a little excited about this one. I'm super pumped. It's top 5 entrance theme songs of all time. And I know this one kind of strikes a chord with you, and you have some pretty strong feelings on it. We were talking offline, so why don't you go ahead and spout them off for a moment?
Yeah, no, I mean, the entrance music to a superstar, you know, it's really important because that's one of the things I love about going to a live event. Is just hearing the music and just hearing everybody react as soon as the music hits.
Yeah, it really sets the tone.
Yeah.
And bad entrance music look at
Cesaro.
Cesaro. Look at Wade Barrett. Look at all the entrance musics he's had over the past few years.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, sometimes you just can't find the right music for somebody. And I kind of miss the days in the late 90s and early 2000s when entrance music were like real songs. You know, like you don't have that as much now.
I mean, you kind of get that. You still kind of have that now.
I don't know. Like, all the new guys seem to have generic power chord riff-based music.
Yeah.
I mean, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
Dean Ambrose, I want to see get a change.
Yeah, he needs a change. Cesaro, Tyson Kidd has like a song.
Yeah.
And there's some that do, but so many don't. And I kind of miss those days.
CM Punk had Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah. Yeah, I missed that. And I missed the really, really great ones because my iPod, and I know yours is too, is like filled with old school wrestling entrances because it's just it's fun.
And I threw Stardust in there because I fucking love Stardust.
Yeah, who doesn't love Stardust? He's the man. So before we get into the actual list, I want to talk about what's not going to be on the list.
Okay.
Real songs like ECW, like back in ECW days, everybody had like real artist songs. They were just taking like Metallica, like the Sandman had Enter Sandman. Those will not be on this list. There might be a couple that sneak their way in that are by some actual real bands, but I believe that the 5 that I have are 5 that were created for the superstar, and I think that's important to put that in there. So,
all right, sounds good.
That being said, let's get to the honorable mentions because there are many. This was a very, very difficult list to make.
Yeah,
it was really hard, man. And people are going to freak out because I'm going to tell everyone right now, I don't care what anybody says. You can go ahead and be mad. Stone Cold Steve Austin is not on the top 5, and neither is The Rock. I know that they're great. I know that they get crowd reactions.
very good. As soon as they hit, yeah.
Yeah, that crowd reaction, there might not be a better one than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, oh, not at all. Just from what I've seen.
The broken glass, I mean, it's crazy.
Epic.
But here's a little thing, and
that weird shit with the Alliance, that was fucking terrible.
I know, right? Oh, the Disturbed got a hold of it. Disturbed got a hold of it and started fucking around with it. And they did a version, and it sucks.
And they really shouldn't have.
Yeah, it sucks. But here's something that we're gonna do with these honorable mentions. Many of these songs, I guarantee most people don't know the names of, nor do they know that most of these entrance themes were and are still made by one man, a guy by the name of Jim Johnston, who's been doing
does a phenomenal job.
He does, and he's been doing this for years. Like, here's a little thing. Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme. Do you happen to know the name of his theme music?
You know, I've seen like 4 different names of it. I've seen like.
Go ahead.
I've seen like 4 different names of it, but shoot me the name and I will.
For his main one, it's "I Won't Do What You Tell Me."
Okay, that was going to be my number 1.
How apropos is that? It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
it's absolutely perfect. I'm going to be playing some of the songs, and I'm going to go ahead and start that off right now. I'm going to play samples of them. Jeff can't hear it because my audio is all messed up, but he's going to act like he can hear it. So, here's the first one. This is on Honorable. I'm just going to play it for a second. Let's see if you guys know who this is. Huh? Yeah, how does that sound? This, of course, is Lita. Lita's theme music, Love, Fury, Passion, Energy, which is such a badass song.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely badass song. I love it, always have. Love Lita, and it fits her perfectly. So this one had to make the honorable list.
She's fucking psycho, and the music kicks up, like starts off kind of low, and then it just goes fucking nuts.
You got a screamer. It's cool. It's a really cool song. So that had to be on there. So go ahead. Now I can remove that off there. Because I'm removing these from my stupid playlist too.
So I don't play all at once?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but Jesus. So that was a cool one. I always really enjoyed that. This is kind of a cluster. That's okay. Remove. Get out of here. Okay. Some other ones. The Oddities. Remember The Oddities, man?
The Oddities. No, I do not.
You don't remember because you didn't watch back then. The Oddities were a group of misfits. You had Golga, you had Kurgan, Luna Vachon was part of it, and they were just the Oddities. And joining them were the Insane Clown Posse. Do you remember ICP?
I'm sorry?
Do you know who ICP is? The Insane Clown Posse?
I've heard of them, don't know much about them.
They were really big before your time. And I was a juggalo. I wasn't a juggalo, but I was a big fan. I loved the Insane Clown Posse, and they did the music, which is down in the background now, for the Oddities, and it was a really cool theme song. So I wanted to get that in there. I wanted to touch on that because it was just kind of one of those that I absolutely loved. And I love when artists actually make songs specifically for wrestlers, and that's what they did because they were part of the group. So, you should go check out that song, Jeff, because it's badass.
I will. I already got it pulled up on YouTube.
Good man, good man. Okay, Real American is not in the top 5, but it's in the honorable mentions. I want to go ahead and throw that out right now. Hulk Hogan's original theme, Real American, not American Made. Let's get that straight right now. American Made sucked ass. Real American's awesome, and that was written, and maybe even performed by Rick Derringer, which I know that name for some reason. Were you a Hulkamaniac ever? I know that kind of you were not even born when that was a thing.
No, that's before my time. But I mean, the music. I mean, you just can't help it. You're always singing along with it.
I know, right?
I mean, I am anyway.
Well, when he went to WCW, he had to go to a different theme song. He went to American Made. I don't know if you've ever heard that one, but
No, I haven't heard it.
oh God, American Made. He's American Made. It's
Maybe I have. You know what? Maybe I have heard that.
Maybe I have
and
heard.
that's probably why I don't remember, because that was the last time I ever listened to it.
Yeah, I could barely hold that high note. That was not good. The Ultimate Warrior is on my honorable mentions, and
Warrior, yes.
it was a great one. I mean, so easy. That was written by Jim Johnston. So easy. But it was such a badass song. And quite fittingly for the Warrior, it was the name of it was Unstable. So you guys are getting something out of this today. You're learning a little bit. And with all your other wrestling buddies, these are great trivia questions to kick their asses with. Because, yes, people know whose theme song belongs to who, but I guarantee most of them don't know the names. So they're giving you a little bit here. That's what we do. That's what we do on Dead on Day Productions. We help. We're helpers. Another one that is probably going to surprise some people that's not in my top 5 is Shawn Michaels' theme, Sexy Boy, which is one of my favorites, and I actually had it in there, but I took it out because the 5 that make the list are that good. Interesting note on that, it's actually written by Shawn Michaels, Jim Johnston, and Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart helped with that.
Mm-hmm. I actually did know that.
Oh, you did know that.
Surprisingly, yeah, I did.
You're a knowledgeable young wrestling fan. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I bought a CD when I first started wrestling. It was like the greatest hits or something, and it showed who created the music.
Oh, badass.
It had Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Kane when he had Slow Chemical by Finger 11.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be hearing that one real soon. By the way, spoiler alert. But
that was a really good one. I was really upset when
it's such bad.
he dropped that theme right before I went to my first 2 weeks before I went to my first event. I was
so
fucking
good.
pissed.
It's so good. It's so badass. I love that song. I that's one of my favorite songs. I love that song. It's so good.
Really?
Oh, it's badass, man.
Oh no, it is. I know it. That's on my iPod too.
Another honorable mention is this right here by one of my favorite superstars of all time. That is RVD. And I'm talking his WWE thing. His WWE thing is one of a kind. It's fantastic. It's a great
It is.
So that's in there. That's playing in the background right now. Hope you guys are digging on that for a moment. Evolution, Line in the Sand by Motorhead. That's a great song. That's in the honorable mention. Batista, I Walk Alone by Saliva. That's a really, really badass jam. So there's all these songs, and I'm still not even all the way done with the friggin' honorable mentions. Because that's how many great theme songs there are. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure some of you guys out there are like, man, that belongs. Well, wait till we get to the top 5. DX, Break It Down, that's one of my favorites of all time. Macho Man's Pomp and Circumstance, that's great. It's fantastic. The New Age Outlaws, I actually wrestled with this one. Because I'm like, man, does it deserve to be in it? I almost felt because of the crowd participation and the pop that it gets, it almost deserved to be in there. But it's not that great of a song.
No, just the beginning of it.
Yeah, do. I'm just like, okay, but yeah, it kind of gets
crowd
old.
Plays long, it's cute, and then not much.
This next one was a hard one for me to exclude. Goldberg's, man, and here's the thing: you cannot find out what the name of this fucking song is.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find there are some people who call it one thing, but the original WCW theme, which is different than the WWE's theme, by the way, there is subtle differences. it's really hard to find the name of, and it's just a badass song. I don't know why it was so easy, but it just worked.
That'll be one I have to look up because
Yeah,
I do not know that one.
it fit him so perfectly. Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's another one.
Yes,
It's called.
that's a good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's it called? I Don't Suck.
No, it's called Metal. Medal. Metal. And that's by Jim Johnston as well. And it's a great song. Talk about a song helping a guy get over or get heat, as it would be.
Yeah.
It really did. People putting words to that song was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Yeah, when the fans add their own mix to it, it's great. I mean, you have that now. You have that now with John Cena's.
Yeah, the John Cena sucks.
John Cena sucks.
John Cena. You don't hear it all the time. You only hear it in certain crowds.
Yeah.
But it's great when they do it. It's so funny. This one was hard for me. Ric Flair. Also, Spraka Zarathustra. Jesus, that was hard.
But whatever.
Yeah, by Richard Strauss. People, great song, great theme. It's epic. It's a classic. That was hard for me to exclude, but I did, mainly because it existed long before Ric Flair, and I'm like, they can't really put that in the top 5. Mr. Perfect's theme. It's called "I'm Perfect," and it was fantastic. And I'm glad that his son uses somewhat of a version of it. So there's.
I'll have to listen to that because I know I've listened to it, but I don't remember it.
Dun, 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 dun. It's great. It's fantastic. It's so good. Mr. Perfect is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Kurt Hennig was the man. I think he's the most underrated wrestler in the history of the game. He's fantastic. Here's the one that gave me the most trouble, and this is the last honorable mention because this was on the list not once, not twice, but 3 times, and I took it off in 3 different spots because I could not figure it out. And then I saw another song that booted it because I realized that I was missing a song, and then when I saw it, I was like, okay, Christian's got to go. And I'm talking Just Close Your Eyes, the girl version. Because that's just badass. You know what song I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna admit that one's on both versions are on my iPod.
There's no shame in that because it's a good song, and that might have existed before Christian too. But
I believe it did.
It's just a cool song, and I don't like the guy version. You like the guy version?
I like it. I mean, it's on my iPod, so.
The chick singing it though, it's so slick.
Oh, the newer version is by a band named Story of the Year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you one other song they made.
It's just this. The girl version was so slick and so cool. I always love that song. So, all right, there it is. Those are the honorable mentions. I'm sure there are some songs that are making people sick to their ass right now that are not on the list.
Will might be watching somewhere, ripping his other shirt.
Well, yeah, Will, I'm telling you right now, John Cena's song, My Time Is Now, it's not on the list either. I didn't even want to mention it as an honorable mention. Because, Will, you upset me. You disgraced the family name, Will, and that's hard to do, okay? The Vancura name doesn't mean much, and you disgraced it. How dare you act like that on frickin' YouTube, you dick. All right. Oh boy, and I'm missing a song off of here. That sucks. Okay. Oh, and it's the one I want to hear the most. That's fantastic. Hold on, Okay, now I got that in there. We're good to go. Let's get into the top 5. You ready, Jeff?
Let's do it.
All right. Number 5. Let's go ahead and put it in the background. It is quite easily Time to Play the Game by Motorhead. Or the one, the only, the king of kings, Triple H. Is there any doubt this was going to make the list?
Oh, not at all.
I mean, some people have it as number 1.
Not at all. I mean, there's no way you could leave this one off.
It's badass. It's so good. It's simple. Actually, the lyrics are also the same as they were for his previous theme song, My Time. But they're basically the exact same lyrics, but they sound so much better coming out of Lemmy.
Really?
Yep. They're almost the exact same lyrics.
I've heard his previous theme. I never paid attention to the lyrics.
Yeah, but somebody's rapping it. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's like the exact same thing, but it's rapping instead. But Motorhead does it well. Motorhead, one of my favorite bands. You know why? Because they're honest. One of my favorite quotes in music history is from Lemmy. He goes, "Yeah, the criticism's fair. We may only know 3 chords, but we know them well." And it's just one of my all-time favorite quotes ever because it's honest and it's true. They know them well, boy. They know.
Oh, you love the honesty.
I love the honesty and I love the ass-kickingness of it.
Yeah.
So Triple H,
King of Kings also very good.
Yeah, that's up there. I kind of put it in the same category as number 5. It's kind of
it's not as good as the game, but
it's not. But it's a good accompany song to it.
Yes.
It's a great accompany song.
It obviously works perfectly for the authority role. So
this next song, number 4, you probably have never heard. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. It's now playing in the background right now, and people are freaking out listening because they know this song. It was not only Gangrel's theme, but the Brood, and it was called Blood. And it's one of the most badass themes of all time. I could have easily put this as number 1. There's no words. It's just badassery. Do you know the song I'm talking about?
Well, I'm doing this right now currently because, let's see. Hold on. Damn it.
It's so cool, man. It's just such a badass song. And I would just watch the entrance by the Brood. Just Google or YouTube Brood entrance, and you'll see why it's on everybody's list of top songs for entrances, because the entrance is so badass.
That's the Brood best WWE entrance ever. That sounds like a winner.
It's just so cool.
Should I mute my mic here?
No, go ahead. We'll listen with you. We're seeing Jeff get his Brood cherry popped right now. This is a special moment in any young man's life. Are you seeing the entrance where like they're coming up?
I am, yeah. That is pretty cool.
One of the reasons why the Attitude Era was so badass. Gangrel was a freaking vampire, if you don't know. Gangrel was a vampire.
I knew that.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so badass. And he had these fake vampire teeth that were always coming out. They were always coming out during interviews and shit. They were always coming out. And Gangrel would do this blood ritual at the beginning of each match. And it was cool, man. I liked Gangrel. I was a fan.
That was pretty cool. Yes, I like it.
Now we're getting to the nut cutting time now. This is where things get difficult. Number 3, which I desperately wanted to make number 1, but I could not do it. It's playing in the background right now. Jeff already made reference to it. It is Kane's theme by My Chemical Romance. I thought it was called This Fire Burns.
Well, I thought it was Slow Chemical. Is it called
might be
My
Slow
Chemical Romance?
It might be Slow Chemical Romance. I'm not sure. But I think the song is called This Fire Burns. And
no, that's This Fire Burns is CM Punk's old one by Kill Switch Engage.
No. This one's definitely Kane's because it has Kane's in the background.
Slow Chemical by Finger 11.
Is that what it's... Oh, okay, I got the name wrong.
Slow Chemical by Finger 11. CM Punk at Kill Switch Engage. The Fire Burns.
Okay, because they actually say the word "This Fire Burns" within the song a whole bunch, so I thought it was the title. Okay. but it's a badass song.
That
It's
is
so
very,
damn
like
good.
I said, very disappointed when they dropped that.
Yeah, I don't know. He should still be using it. It's so good. And I just realized they don't say this fire burns. It says the flame returns, and I'm just a retard. I'm just a retard.
Yeah. It's the.
I've been listening to this song forever, but I love it. I'm the awkward white guy in the car that's missinging all the lyrics to songs constantly. That's me. So that's number 3. I think that's. I can make an argument for that being number 1, but what do you think? Now that we got the last 2, what do you think number 1's going to be? I'm just interested in what you think it'll be.
You said no, Stone Cold or The Rock.
Nope.
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to think. You already did the game.
Yeah. I can't believe this one is eluding you.
You haven't done Undertaker.
No, Undertaker's not in there. I didn't even have him as an honorable mention.
Undertaker's not in there.
No, he's not. I'll release you. I'll release
CM Punk's Cult of Personality.
No, that's not because it wasn't created for him. I didn't put him in there.
Okay.
I'll save you from your misery. Number 2.
I'm gonna feel like an idiot when you say this.
Number 2 is playing in the background now, and it is for the Ayatollah of rock and rolla. It's Y2J's Break Down the Walls.
Wait, now which one is different versions of this?
Well, the one he debuted with, he's only used the same. He's used the exact same theme basically the entire time he's been in WWE.
Well, I mean, it's had different touches to it.
Yeah, the opening is a little different. Sometimes it's the, and then sometimes it's the type of effect to it. But it's still essentially it's the same song.
Yeah.
The Walls of Jericho, Break Down the Walls, whatever you want to call it. It was so hard not to make this number 1 because virtually it's number 1 on everybody's list because it's just so good. It's so damn good, and it fits him so well. Thank God he didn't want to do his own song. He didn't want to sing.
Yeah. He could have thrown a sandpaper in there.
Don't you wish you were me? Oh my God, Chris, no. Don't. Fozzy sucks. I love you, Chris Jericho. He probably doesn't remember me, but I actually knew Chris Jericho when I was a teenager. He was an adult, but I had dinner with him when I was 16 and 17. Between those 2 years, probably about 7 times at my mom's restaurant in Excalibur, Sherwood Forest. Chris Jericho, if you're hearing this, I hope you remember those dinners with my mother while she was waiting on us while I was sitting there and you were having to talk to a 16-year-old asshole, but he probably doesn't remember me. But I'm just a fan of his. I always have been, and I absolutely love this song. Absolutely love it. So number one. This one, there's no way you'll guess number 1 now, since Chris Jericho's off the board.
When is this theme in current use?
Yes. Technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
Technically, yes. I can't answer that definitively without giving it away.
Technically,
you've heard it recently.
I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess Brock Lesnar.
No, but that's a good guess, but it's not. It's playing in the background right now. And I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. It is.
No, I can hear this.
I know. The song is called Metalingus, and it is
Yes.
Edge's theme song.
Edge.
It's the greatest theme song in the history of theme songs. It's so good.
No argument. No argument.
It's so good. I guess it's
That
by a
song is
band named
epic.
Alter Bridge.
Yes. I remember when we're looking for this song on iTunes. I didn't know the fucking name of it.
Metalingus. Who'd have fucking thought it?
Metalingus. I'm looking for the fucking name of the song, and I'm like trying to pick all put words together from the song. I even typed in Edge. The thing fucking came up.
Oh God.
Then I only found one called Metalingus. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, okay, they're playing this song. And I went to iTunes. if it's fucking called Metalingus, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh my God.
There you go. First thing that pops up.
It's such a good song, man.
Yes, it is.
It has this perfect element of everything that's Edge. It's badass. There's good vocals.
And you put the "You Think You Know Me" at the beginning of it.
It's just absolute perfection, and it just doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. It pumps up the crowd every single time.
Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't get that.
And you think about it too. Most of his career, especially when he was using this theme, he was a heel, and that song was still over. It would still get people going.
I'm upset that I didn't get live.
Well, you did just hear it the other day when he was on Raw and SmackDown. So that's why when you asked me that question, if it's in current use,
I meant like live.
I'm like, it is in current use technically. I mean, he did just use it when he came back.
See, now when you said that, that's I guess Lesnar because he's not there all the time. That's why I guess Lesnar. I'm like, oh, okay, that one's good. It works.
Are there any songs that you can think of that are not on this list that should be?
Or songs made perfectly for. I mean, I always like The Undertaker. I mean, good.
Yeah. I thought about that, and like Roddy Piper's theme, I always loved his theme. It's just so easy with the bagpipes. But with any of these guys that I wanted to put on, it's like, who do I take off? Who do I take out of the top 5? It's not easy to do.
I might get shit. I'll probably get shit for this, and I know his gimmick sucked. And the Undertaker was a fucker. I know that.
Oh yeah.
I know people hated that. Had the Limp Bizkit theme.
Well, yeah, he had the Limp Bizkit theme, but he also had American Badass by Kid Rock.
I like the Limp Bizkit theme.
Like Roland?
Yeah. Pretty much his only Limp Bizkit's only good song. Yeah.
Well, that's not true. They had a few. My Way, Roland.
Great. I like stuff too. I do like them.
Didn't they do that song? Did it all for the Nookie or whatever?
I don't know.
Was that them? I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't listened to fucking Limp Bizkit in forever. Who the fuck cares about Fred Durst? Seriously. But
that's very true.
It's just a badass song. That was number 1. So let's. I don't know why I went back to that, because it's still playing right now. Let's go back through and recap. Number 5, Triple H, The Game. 4, Gangrel, Brood, the song called Blood. Number 3, Kane. What's it called again?
Slow Chemical.
Slow Chemical. Yeah, that's right. 2, Chris Jericho's Break Down the Walls. And number 1, which is still playing in the background, Edge, Metalingus. My God. So what do you think? Good list, bad list?
Good list. I like it.
Sorry it was a little bit of a cluster.
Yeah, that's okay.
I wasn't planning it to be a duo, but when I talked to you earlier, I was like, I got to get him on this. I didn't get you on the review yesterday. I felt bad about that.
Okay, that's okay.
But I had to get you on this, and it was a little bit of a cluster. I hope everyone out there got some enjoyment out of it. You got to hear some tunes and brought back some good memories. If there's anything that I'm missing, please write in the comments. Tell me what I'm missing. Tell me what you guys think should be the top 5. And did my list suck or hit the mark? So
Quick question. What's your least favorite theme?
The most annoying, or just not. Oh God.
One theme that makes you want to kill yourself.
Oh my God. Right to Censor. That was one of the I always wanted. Every time that I heard Right to Censor come out, it drove me absolutely crazy. You're gonna probably have to Google that.
I'll have to Google that one.
Jeff Jarrett's.
I don't know that one either.
Jeff Jarrett's the first little cowboy one he had, and then the My Baby Tonight, the song that was actually ended up being sung by the Road Dogg. It's just terrible fucking time in the WWE. I hated that. Santino Marella's probably for a modern day. I fucking hate that song. I absolutely hate it. And I can't even really tell you why. What do you got? What's your?
No, I got the same thing. I'm trying to think of something that's more recent. I know Cesaro sucks.
Cesaro's does suck.
That one's bad.
That one's really bad.
Um,
You know, one that's kind of growing on me right now is the Ascension. Their theme song didn't wow me at first, but the more I hear it, I like it.
Same here. Just like that was. I had the same feeling about Randy Orton's voices.
Oh God, I didn't. Oh my God, both of his "Burn Inside My Light" and "Voices." I didn't even put him in honorable mention. Holy shit! You can make an argument that "Voices" is one of the top 5. Oh God.
I think Voices is just out. 'Cause I wasn't real big on it at first, but it grew on me and it made its way into my iPod as well.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, one of the most annoying modern day Sheamus's. Sheamus is fucking annoying. That theme is so goddamn annoying.
Yeah, that one sucks.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. And Will doesn't like it either. So
Will doesn't like it. He doesn't like Sheamus.
he doesn't like. Well, he doesn't have a problem with Sheamus.
He doesn't have a problem with Sheamus. He thinks he's okay.
Just don't put him in the ring with Cena.
Just don't say that he's. You don't say that.
Yeah, because you don't know what's gonna happen. Poor Will. I feel bad for him.
Oh, one that's absolutely fucking horrible whenever she's on TV, because she's never on TV because she sucks. Is fuck her.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
The first I heard that, I believe I sent a tweet to you and Cronin saying, "Can we shoot ourselves in the face?"
You did. That's right. That's right. I as far as divas go, I liked AJ's. I like AJ's. Yep. I think hers is good.
Pages.
I love Paige's. Anything with Paige, I love.
Anything is with Paige is
fantastic.
Great. Paige and AJ, anything is great.
I did hit on Lita's because I think hers is probably the greatest diva song of all time.
Natalia, you got the hard theme. I mean,
yeah, but I felt Bret Hart's fucking theme was boring as shit, so I didn't even bring it up.
Yeah,
it's so boring, just like Bret. So boring.
It's pretty generic.
Well done. Everything. I mean, the music is well done. I'm sure that
everything about the Bret Hart is extremely well done, but there's just not a lot of flair.
Yeah, excellently executed, as with everything that is associated with Bret Hart. But fuck, is it boring? Fuck. Oh, especially if he wasn't in there with a guy that could tear the fucking roof down. Then his matches got really boring. I sat through Bret Hart matches where he was facing goddamn Barry Horowitz and shit. You know how fucking boring those matches were? Those were boring-ass matches. There ain't nothing I could do about that, player. People could be upset at me all they want. Yes, everything he did is fantastic. The boring stuff he did was well done. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was perfectly looking. It looked perfect. Don't get me wrong. But it was fucking boring. Fuck. I'm about to take my shirt off. Jesus Christ.
You're about to pull a Will.
A few people actually liked seeing Will rip his shirt off. They were like, "Oh, sexy man."
Really?
It was weird.
Really?
Yeah. It was weird.
Oh, well, good for him.
I know, a couple chubby chasers out there. I was expecting so much hate for poor Will. I was expecting all the fat hate. But
yeah, you know what? I haven't seen that much hate.
No.
I mean,
a lot of love.
I mean, for Will anyway, but
yeah, a lot of love. And Danny's great. Danny's insane. That was fantastic. It's one of my favorite things I've ever seen on any of the channels. It was a lot of fun. All right. You've got a channel. Speaking of channels, go ahead and tell the kids about your channel.
Want to see my channel? Just go to YouTube. Search Grand Slam 7. I upload a bunch of video game crap. Talk about random crap. Play with me on PlayStation 4. My PlayStation ID is Grand Slam 87, and my Twitter handle is also Grand Slam 87. If you're looking to get yourself in better shape too, I can help you out with that. And I'm not some fitness guru by any means. I mean, a lot of it's just common sense.
Common sense.
And I can tell you what's worked for me. And so don't feel free to do that. Just whenever I'll definitely respond to you. And, the video games I play MLB, NHL, Call of Duty, Battlefield, and WWE. Pretty much anything sports except basketball, really.
And remember, Grand Slam 87 is not just his ID, it's a way of life.
It is. It is. And, the Grand Slam 87 way of life on YouTube may consist, talking about the random crap, a lot of the time. And, but I will occasionally upload a video of myself. Basically, I scream at the game.
Verbally hate fucking, as I like to call it.
That's a good choice of the word there. Verbally hate fucking.
You hate fucked some virtual refs the other day.
Fuck the refs. Fuck NHL 50 refs. Yammer sticks his stick up Jake Allen's asshole and just shoves him into the fucking boards. No fucking call. But late in the third period, who was it? It was Bryce Salvador just cross checks. Who was it? Was it Backus? It might have been Backus. Cross checks David Backus into their fucking goalie, and I get fucking called for it.
Yep, that's right.
And overtime comes around. Yager sodomizes Jake Allen, and a wide open net, and they score, and I lose.
Yeah. Find that and many other insane rage-filled stories at Grand Slam 87 on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you also check out all of our other friends, Tommy C, Shot from the Point. If you need your hockey fix tomorrow night, you can catch. Oh, and there's my Bray Wyatt freaking ringtone.
Hear it?
There's my Bray Wyatt.
That's a great theme as well.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to pause this. So I answered my phone call, but because of the wondrous technology that we now have, you are none the wiser, viewers. But other than that, make sure you check out our friends. If you need your hockey fix, you can check out Jeff Huffman, amongst many others, on Shot from the Point Live tomorrow night, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Shot from the Point. It's a great show. It's hysterical. It's got all kinds of crazy. You got Arabs and fucking Canadians and French Canadians and crazy-ass fucking New Jersey people, and then you got poor Midwestern Huffman in the middle of all of it. The voice of reason. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of everybody. Now we just need someone in California, and we're good.
Yep, everybody's cussed from sea to shining sea.
Yeah.
Make sure you also check out my very, very good friend Joe Cronin at joecroninshow.com. Joe Cronin Show on YouTube, Spectrum Gaming 617 on YouTube.
His cousin.
Yeah, Danny's cousin, Joe Cronin.
Identical cousin.
Identical cousin, just like Will's my identical cousin. It's crazy. I mean, you couldn't write this shit. You can't make this shit up, people. I mean, come on. Who are you going to believe? You're going to believe me. You know why? Because I'm believable. That's right. So make sure you're checking everybody out. Dave Rose does his dark show on Google Hangouts. I don't know why, because that's where shows go to die. And it's true. You know who uses Google Hangouts? The same people who have a fucking Zune right now. Those are the people that use Google Hangouts. Like, check out my Zune, Jeff. You want to listen to music on my Zune? No! Nobody wants to listen to your fucking Zune, and nobody wants to go on Google Hangouts either. Jesus Christ. Okay, rant over. So other than that, thank you for joining us once again right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Hope you enjoyed this crazy fucking hectic top 5. We will see you next week. Tomorrow, don't forget, Sunday, it is viewer question time. So for the great Jeff Huffman, we are out of here. See you next week. Peace.